I recently discovered a mod called Clockwork that uses Create to allow you to make fully functional airships in Minecraft. Unfortunately, I didn't realize it would require actual knowledge of aerodynamics and physics to understand, so enjoy watching me struggle to build a working plane. I should also note that the mod's in beta, so keep that in mind throughout the video, because I certainly didn't. Okay, I've done maybe 30 minutes of testing with this mod and watched like 2 YouTube tutorials, so I'm gonna try and explain how it works, which will probably be slightly accurate, and then I'm gonna try to build a working ship, which I think is gonna go horribly, but we'll see. What was that sound? Okay, so the first thing we have, hold on, let's make like a nice little cube. The first thing is this Wander Wand, which we select an area, right? And then we place a physics infuser. We place the wand in the infuser. Is it? Oh, I think it's working. And this is basically gonna give physics to our block, I hope. It's taking a second. I hope it's going to give physics to our block. Oh, is that? Okay. All right, now we've got, oh, there goes the wand. Now we have this cube that has physics, which doesn't really help me because I don't have any way to move it. What if I like, can I push it around with, no. No, that doesn't work. Okay, this is a perfect segue into our next item, the Gravitron. If you right click, you can pick up a physics thing and you can throw it. We can chuck it over there. Not really that much of a chuck, but you know, it works. You can throw this cube in the ocean, never to be seen again. The next thing we have is this propeller bearing, which needs to be powered with I hope you know how Create mod works. If you don't, you're gonna be even more lost. But if we power this thing with rotational force, we can attach windmill sails to it. We can click on it and now, look at that. Look at that, it works like a windmill, I guess, or a propeller even. And so we can take this, we'll grab it with our wand, and then use the physics infuser. There's gotta be a faster way to do this, right? Oh, okay, this lets me just okay, we're gonna stop using the physics infuser and use this thing on the next one. So now if I right click, it's gonna attach to those. All right, well that's not really what I wanted it to do. Hold on. Let's grab that. Oh, it's going away. It's leaving me? It's okay, all right. I'm gonna set this thing to max speed and just see what happens. Okay, all right, there it goes. Let's just place it right there. And it is going into the sky. Never mind, I think it's gone now. We don't need to worry about that anymore. What's next? What's next on here? The flap bearing, yes. The flap bearing and the flap. So the flap bearing, we power it, and we attach a flap. Is this video anything? Is anyone gonna watch me explain a mod I don't know how to use? When it gets power on one side, okay, it's not connected to the flap. When it gets power on one side, it turns towards that side. So that's how we're gonna attempt to steer the ship. I'm gonna see if I understand how these things work. This is a Create mod clutch, which is gonna let me turn off the plane. Calling this a plane is, I don't know what it is, but it's certainly not that. So all of this is, I think, hooked up to that motor. Okay, that is not going to work. So this is my little device. We're going to see if it works at all. Assemble. Oh, it's assembled. Is that, hold on. Well, no, okay, glue the flaps on there. Okay, that works. It's going the wrong way. Let's just replace that. So that should make it go forwards. Maybe it's not fast enough. Oh, it's working. It's okay, stop that. Go, my creation. That's not up. That's not up. Hold on. Go. Okay, no, it's really not going up at all. Maybe I should have like studied aerodynamics before trying to do this. Go, my ship. Did it like go up for a second there? If I pull out the hitboxes, I'm pretty sure it should show the center of gravity. There's like a little orange square in there. That's where the center of gravity is. I think clearly the solution is that it needs to be faster. That's the only conclusion I can come to. It also I really don't know which way this is supposed to be going. How does a plane work? No, it's just going straight. Oh. Oh. Stop, please. Okay. All right. Do I need wings? There's also wings, which, they look exactly the same as the flaps, and you might think that they are the flaps, but they aren't. And these basically just make it so your ship has lift, I think. I think that's correct. Oh, see, it's like gliding a bit more, I think. Oh! Oh! Oh, it's working! It's going way too high. Alright, well, by all means, technically that did what I wanted it to, and now the ship is upside down. Let me put it in midair. Okay, so see, now it's definitely not working again. I'm going to make the propeller bigger. Surely this is the solution. Oh. Oh, okay, it's working again. Oh, there it goes. It's doing a loop. It did a loop. It's doing another loop. Okay, alright, please stop that. How do I deal with this? Okay. I stopped it. I stopped it. We're taking off again. Oh no, and now we're plummeting to the ground. God, this thing sucks. This is an awful plane. You know what might help if I didn't just have levers as the controls? Hold on, Create's got like a wireless redstone controller. So I think if I did this, W activates the green, S activates the red. This one isn't hooked up. Go! Go, my plane! Oh, oh my god! Oh my god, it's working! It's really, I think I need to change the controls on the flaps and make them maybe a bit slower, but it is working. That's very surprising. Also, if I let go, it instantly dive bombs. Okay, okay, land. By my standards, that was a perfect landing. I'm gonna pick this thing up. I'm gonna just throw it like, I'm gonna I thought disassembling it would put it back in a way that makes sense. Be careful of your surroundings. Ship will snap into place. Are you sure? It doesn't look like it snapped into place. I'm going to leave this here as a reminder of my mistakes. I'm gonna try making like a hot air balloon or something. I feel like I would understand that better. So these copycat fences are basically whatever block I put on them, they just mimic that. I guess wood wasn't a good example. I could use like oxidized copper shingles and it would turn into an oxidized copper shingles fence. I solely added these so I could try and make things look nice. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I was kind of gonna go for a hot air balloon, but I'm using fans. That doesn't really work. Okay. It's going that way. Why is it going that way? These two things are causing it to move to the side. A redstone link weighs 100 kilograms, and a powered toggle latch is 550. So now what I'm gonna do is put more propellers on each side. I should really put this thing back on, like kind of standing up. That's so not what I wanted. Turn it on. It starts rising. I press W. I don't know why it's... Okay, alright, nope. That's not working in the slightest. How do physics work? I just remembered another item in this mod. There's this gyro. It should try to stay upright using the rotational force. Okay. Okay. Wait. That's working. This is working. I added a little gyroscope, and now we are sinking. We are losing altitude. I mean, it is working. I don't have any sort of side controls. I can just kind of go up, down, forward, and back. And saying I have control over those would kind of be an overstatement. This would be easier if it wasn't actively flying. If I hold D, I don't think it's working. I think my gyroscope that completely prevents it from turning is preventing it from turning for some reason. Wait, it kind of moves a little bit now. Oh, and now it's gonna crash into the ground, but it is turning. Hold on. Wait, I might be onto something. No, I don't think I am. I don't think I'm onto something. I think I'm onto a tree. So I'd say we learned a valuable lesson here, and let's move on to the next ship. Also, I want to see what happens if I disassemble this one. That worked better than the first one I disassembled. I think we're missing less pieces, about the same amounts of sails in planes they shouldn't be on. Okay, I'm just gonna go far away from here. So I do want to try to build an actual working ship that has, like, turning and can go up and down. So I'm gonna try my best to do that now. One of the issues I ran into earlier was that this thing was turning the flap too fast, but there's this item called a resistor, and what this does is, depending on how strong of a redstone signal it has, it's gonna slow down the speed accordingly. First things first, we're gonna need a propeller. That's gonna go right there. And then I need to be able to turn this thing on and off, so we'll do that. Does this work? Did my game freeze? My game okay. No, this is fine. Oh good, the screen is black. Clutch, toggle latch, that doesn't work. Wait, what if I do this? If I put a redstone block right here, and then I have my toggle, I mean, that should work, right? There we go. You know, it's a bit stupid, but it works. What's, like, an item that makes sense for me to use here? Or I could go with an item that really doesn't make sense for me to use. Like, left can be night vision suspicious stew, and right can be fire resistance suspicious stew. They're just all getting powered. Okay, it turns out using different suspicious stews does not work for this, so that idea's off the table. We're gonna put the motor here, cogs, resistor, and then this is gonna be like 128 solid middle ground. Connect this. Why can't my computer just work? Since the signals are right next to the resistor, it's just when I press space to turn that on, it's also powering this more and completely getting rid of the spin. I don't really know what I'm doing with the wing design right now, because it looks awful. I'm going to test this thing. Whether or not it works, I have my guess, and my guess is that it doesn't work. I am terrified to try and assemble this thing. Here it goes. Alright, what just disconnected? And it's going into the floor. Right, I should have balanced it, probably. What do we think? What's a heavy block? Obsidian? Throw some obsidian on the tail. Fly, my ship! Go! How is it still doing that? I put a block of obsidian on the back. Here, have another block of obsidian. Hold on. And it's going down again. Alright. Nope, that's fine. More obsidian it is. It's actually just not moving. I think the motor isn't fast enough. 192. It broke. It broke. What do you mean it's overstressed? I put a creative motor. It can't be overstressed. It's going? It's going. It's going into the floor. Are you telling me that this is a reasonable amount of obsidian for there to be? Because now it's staying kind of... Nope, it's still nosediving. Go up. Nope, that's the wrong one. Go up. And now I am stuck in a hill. I'm stuck in the side of a hill. I've made some sort of monstrosity of flaps and wings, but if it works, I'll be happy. Go up. Please. Please go up. Please. Why? Why are you like this? Oh, did I just run over a sheep with my plane? Please. Please go up. Please go up. Why? Okay, I think it's good. I should really figure out a better way to do this than adding obsidian. Go up. Go up. Go up. Go. Go up. I'm starting to think I'm not very good with physics or directions. You know, most people have their left and right confused. I have my up and down confused, so that's not a great sign. I must just be terrible at this because I don't know what's happening. I should have put this on like a super flat world so I wouldn't, you know, run into a bunch of trees. I still don't know which way is up and which is down. That's kind of an issue. See, because neither of those particularly seem like they're making it go up. Why does it fully nosedive as soon as it's in the air? What if I add way too much obsidian back here? Does it still nosedive? Okay, see, now it doesn't. I was wrong, it does. Is there something I'm missing? It really feels like there has to be. I feel like there's one key thing I'm just not getting. I don't get it. I don't understand this mod, I've decided. I'm going to look at a YouTube tutorial. I've followed a tutorial, I put this ship together, and by that I mean I copied exactly what the guy in the video built. I'm really hoping this thing works, because if it doesn't work, then I'm so bad at this mod that not even copying a tutorial one for one could save me. Okay, why does it do that? How does that happen? How did this turn into its own thing? It has its own physics. Why? Why can I not put that there? It was fine before. It broke both of them now? I think I'm going insane. It's going. Go up. Go up. That's not up. Is this up? Is this up? Nope. How is neither way up? I looked up a tutorial and built it exactly the same, and it still doesn't work. I give up. That's it. That's it. I'm calm now. It's been a day. I realize I probably should have mentioned at some point in the video that this mod is still in beta, so there definitely are a bunch of bugs. I was doing some research and apparently one of the bugs is that if your ship is facing north or east, the wings and flaps won't generate any lift, so we're gonna build it facing south. And also I shouldn't add the flaps until after I hit assemble on the ship. So we're gonna try those two things. If that doesn't work, maybe I'll try the other 3 cardinal directions. And if that also doesn't work, then I'm passing the torch to you and telling you to figure out how to make a cool ship. Can I dye these? Oh, I can. Alright, that's gonna be the propeller. Clutch. Motor. No, we'll do the motor later. And my analog lever. Am I building the one from the tutorial? It really seems like I might just accidentally recreate that one. I'm gonna try assembling this. Okay, it broke just a tiny bit. Let's try adding flaps. And then we're gonna put wings on the back of this. This is like a modified version of the one from the tutorial, which I will put in the description. We have this. Hold on, clearly we need to dye. Oh, these are like a different, what? That's just a completely different color from, okay, never mind. I can dye it okay, let's put it back to normal. I don't want to have to get into color theory right now. I'm going to glue all of this. Now, it should work. There's nothing that should be stopping it from working, except maybe if the gravity's off. But I've thought that about the last few planes I've designed, so we'll see. I probably should have added the actual toggles for the propeller. And turned on the propeller. Alright, let's see what happens. That... Okay, I fear I may have messed up somewhere. But it's breaking. It's breaking when I put it there. Why? Why is that breaking? There's nothing even powering the ship right now. How is that even spinning? There's nothing powering it. I think the resistor was basically storing the redstone signal it had before, and because of that, it just tried to make the whole okay, so I'm noticing it's not actually moving at all, which is not ideal, to say the least. Go! Go, my creature! Be free! Be free, don't fly into the floor, no! So if I hold W to try and make it go down, it actually kind of glides. If I go really high up, and then okay, hold on. It glides when I'm holding W. I think it is just an issue that there's no lift being generated. Or I'm really bad at aerodynamics. Or both. The aerodynamics thing is definitely part of it. Be free, fly into the distance. I hope you live a long and fulfilling life, my plane. My plane that I created that's slowly heading towards the floor. Oh. Oh, there it goes. Alright, well, that's gonna be the end of the video. I do want to revisit this mod once it's not in beta, and in the description there's gonna be a mod pack I've put together on my very own featured CurseForge page. It's got Create, it's got the ships, it's got Steam powered in case you want to try and make one of these things in survival without using a creative motor. That's probably possible if you know how the mod works. We've got some decorative stuff just so you can make the planes look nice. And of course, the estrogen. I assure you that's necessary for the mod pack.